Chosen one, this moment right here is not an accident, not a coincidence, and certainly not a stroke of luck. This is the hour heaven has already written into your destiny, the moment where God Himself has decided to lift the veil that once kept you hidden, unseen, misunderstood, and underestimated. For years you walked through seasons where your brilliance was dimmed not because you lacked power, but because heaven had not yet signaled your release. You were never meant to stay hidden in the shadows forever. You were not designed to remain silent, unseen, or overlooked. You were being prepared, crafted, refined, and anointed in stillness, all while the world had no idea who you truly were. You were forged in the quiet flames of God's favor, where no eyes watched, but every angel took note. You were refined in solitude, where your tears watered the soil of your becoming. You were anointed in stillness, where the whispers of God shaped your identity more deeply than any applause ever could. Now heaven has spoken, the unveiling has begun, and nothing on earth can stop what God has commanded over your life. No opinion can silence what God has ordained. No opposition can block what heaven has already released. No delay can stop a destiny written in divine ink. The moment you are stepping into is irreversible, unstoppable, and uncontestable, because when God says, "Rise," no force can argue with the command. Chosen one, stay with this message until the end. Let these words enter your spirit. Let this be your confirmation. And if your faith agrees, comment 99 to align yourself with the frequency of divine manifestation, because this is not just a message, it is an activation. Your rising has begun, and the heavens are watching. There were seasons where you were doubted, dismissed, overlooked, and ridiculed by people who had no idea who you truly were in the spirit. They judged your silence as weakness, your solitude as failure, your stillness as stagnation. They mocked what they didn't understand and minimized what they were never meant to comprehend. But even in those painful chapters, God was sealing your destiny far beyond the reach of human interference. No betrayal, no rejection, no misunderstanding ever touched the calling He placed inside of you. Your tears were not wasted, they were counted. Your heartbreak was not ignored, it was woven into the blueprint of your purpose. What you endured privately, the loneliness, the grief, the inner battles, was never meant to break you. It was preparing you for a public celebration so grand that even those who once doubted you will stand in awe. What was whispered in secret will now be announced publicly. What was hidden in the shadows will now be displayed in the light. Your rise is not for survival, it is for revival. God is using your life to awaken others, to breathe hope into those who thought they were forgotten, to show people everywhere that divine timing is real and heaven's orchestration never fails. You are not just rising for yourself, you are rising because your breakthrough will unlock faith in others. Your victory will echo into hearts you may never meet. The same God who carried you through private pain will now place you in public celebration, not for vanity, but for testimony. When God chooses to reveal a person, there is no debate, no argument, no earthly explanation that can override His decision. This unveiling is divine, undeniable, and unstoppable. It does not matter who tried to bury your name, forget your presence, or erase your worth. The moment God says it is time, even your past can't stop your future. The same places where you were mocked will become the very places you are honored. The rooms that once ignored you will now request your presence. The people who once dismissed you will watch your rise in disbelief. This elevation will not follow logical formulas or earthly systems. It will break rules, bypass hierarchies, and override expectations because your story is not a result of human design, but divine intervention. God is about to show through your life what it looks like when heaven opens a door no one can shut. Your visibility will not make sense to those who rely on connections, strategy, manipulation, or influence, because your elevation is not man-made, it is God-breathed. When He reveals someone, their name carries weight without effort, their presence shifts rooms without trying, and their path illuminates in ways no human mind could have predicted. You are now entering the realm of the undeniable. Your life is becoming a display of God's sovereignty, a spectacle of divine intention. And when God displays someone, the world has no choice but to witness it. Chosen one, your power was never just in your gifts, your talents, or your abilities. It was in your character. Power is not force, it is presence. And your presence has been refined through the silent lessons of forgiveness, the quiet mastery of peace, the long endurance of resilience, and the steadfast commitment to believing even when no evidence supported your hope. You learned to stand when you had no strength. You learned to trust when you had no clarity. You learned to love when you had every reason to shut down. These invisible victories created the inner power you now carry. This power is not loud, it is undeniable. It overflows from your spirit and begins to shape your surroundings. Doors respond to this kind of power. Opportunities gravitate toward this anointing. People recognize this energy even before you speak. You are no longer trying to prove anything, your spirit speaks for you. The inner strength you cultivated in the quiet years is now overflowing into external expression. The authority you developed in the shadows is now radiating through your words, your actions, your decisions, and your presence. Your energy commands alignment, not by force, but by authenticity. And this inner power is now becoming the outward evidence of who you truly are. You were never meant to fit in, blend in, or be like everyone else. Your spirit was too rare, your calling too distinct, your anointing too heavy to ever be confined to the spaces that tried to shrink you. From childhood, you felt the misfit sensation, not because you were inadequate, but because you were extraordinary. God designed you to stand out, not stand back. Every time you felt out of place, heaven was confirming your identity. Every time you felt different, your destiny was revealing itself. Visibility is now your reward for authenticity. You didn't force your way into anything. You simply stayed true to who God created you to be. And now He is elevating you not for ego, but for purpose. Your rising is not about being seen. It is about being used. You are being placed on a spiritual stage to inspire, awaken, and guide others into their own divine identity. You are becoming a lighthouse for those lost in storms, a voice for those drowning in doubt, a living reminder that God does not forget the ones He chooses. Standing out was never your flaw, it was your calling. You have already begun to notice the shift, people sensing your energy before you say a word, strangers treating you with unusual honor, unexpected opportunities appearing out of nowhere. This is not random. It is the world responding to your spiritual elevation. You are no longer entering rooms, you are being placed in them. What once felt intimidating now feels like your territory. The environments that once shrunk you now feel like they're adjusting themselves to accommodate your presence. Your power is being recognized on a level that transcends logic. You don't have to chase anything anymore. The divine shift has already occurred. The world is catching up to who you have always been. The delays you experienced were not punishments, they were precision. Every rejection rerouted you to protection. Every closed door redirected you to alignment. Every lonely season was sacred preparation for what you are now stepping into. God hid you so He could shape you without interference. While you felt forgotten, Heaven was finishing what you would need for this exact moment. Divine timing is never early, never late, always perfect. And now, what heaven already knew about you is being revealed to the world. Chosen one, this is the season where your courage rises. Not arrogance, not pride, but divine confidence. You no longer shrink to make others comfortable. You no longer apologize for your power. You no longer silence your voice for the sake of harmony. You walk with boldness because you know who sent you. You step forward because you know what you carry. And yes, your rising will create spiritual resistance, but that resistance only proves your authenticity. Light is always met with friction because it exposes what hides in darkness. But you are unshaken now. Your courage has been resurrected. You are entering supernatural acceleration. Things that were stuck will suddenly move. Confusion will suddenly clear. Prayers will suddenly manifest. Destiny connections will appear out of nowhere. This is the shift from hidden to seen, from waiting to receiving, from obscurity to visibility. Heaven has removed the brakes from your destiny. You no longer need to explain yourself. No more convincing. No more defending. Your results will preach. Your presence will teach. Your transformation will testify. You are becoming a walking prophecy, a living miracle, a carrier of power that cannot be denied. Your life itself becomes the message. God hid you for a reason. Not to punish you, but to protect your anointing from premature exposure. While others chased attention, you built depth. While others sought applause, you built character. Now your revealing is not a moment, it is a movement. A wave of divine unveiling. Chosen one, that inner knowing you had since childhood, the whisper that said, "There is more in me," was not imagination. It was prophecy. You carry royal spiritual DNA. There is fire in your purpose and heaven in your calling. And now the heavens are signaling the earth. Make room. Doors will open for you without force. Opportunities will call your name. Your anointing has outgrown the shadows. Visibility is no longer optional, it is mandatory. God Himself is pushing you forward. You honored God in private. You listened when He told you to wait. You prepared when no one was watching. Now heaven rewards you publicly. Your rise will not distort you. You are shaped correctly in the dark. There is a spiritual roar rising within you, a readiness that cannot be silenced. You will no longer shrink, no longer dim, no longer make yourself small for others' comfort. Those who are aligned will stay, those who are not will fade peacefully. You survived betrayal, doubt, delay, and heartbreak, and instead of breaking you, it forged you. Now you are unshakable. Your purpose is no longer hiding, it is releasing openly. You are walking proof that divine timing cannot be rushed. You are stepping into influence without chasing it. You rise without scheming, without forcing, without begging. Simply being who God created you to be opens doors. Authenticity becomes your access. Your power is not learned, it is anointed. Your authority is not manufactured, it is consecrated. You rise not because of chance, but because it was written. You are unmistakable now. You owe no explanations. Your glow preaches louder than words. Your life becomes a sermon of transformation, healing, elevation, and divine evidence. You are walking in answered prayers, living in fulfilled prophecy. This is not hype, it is heaven in motion. Your only job now is to keep showing up authentically. God is rewarding every silent sacrifice, every unseen tear, every disciplined choice. Nothing you endured was wasted. Your invisible foundation now manifests visible harvest. The season of shrinking is over. Now you reflect divine radiance, openly, boldly, freely. People will see the fruit but never understand the root, and that is exactly how God designed it. The hidden season ends forever. You are stepping into public power, public favor, and public visibility. This is not man's decision. This is God's decree, and no force on earth can reverse it.